The gunshot came first, so loud it rattled my kitchen windows and made my heart slam against my ribs. I dropped the coffee mug, sprinted outside, and froze at the sight of a man in a fake police vest, pointing a pistol straight at my 17-year-old son. "Tyler," the man barked. HOA compliance officer step away from the vehicle as if that explained anything. Tyler's hands were lifted calm but cold like he was studying every angle. He didn't know my boy is a Navy SEAL home on leave and never one to panic. But the imposter didn't know either, and that ignorance was about to explode. Our cul-de-sac, usually peaceful, felt like a trap sprung shut. The neighbors peeked from curtains, no one dared come out. I took one step forward, trying not to trigger the man's twitching finger. "Sir, that's my son," I said, steadying my voice. "Put the weapon down." He didn't. Instead, he shifted his aim at me and something in his eyes flickered. Fear, anger, or both. He hissed, "Your kid broke HOA vehicle rules. I warned you people." Tyler replied quietly, "I didn't break anything." The man lunged forward, yanking a citation pad that looked printed on cheap office paper. Everything about him screamed fake, but the gun was terrifyingly real. "Subscribe to Behind the Hedges for more HOA stories." Tyler's jaw tightened. He was reading the man's stance, waiting for the right second to move. I mouthed, "Don't." The imposter caught it. "Talking in code, huh? I know what you're doing." Then he kicked Tyler's truck door, denting it. Last warning. The air felt charged like lightning ready to strike. Tyler finally spoke. "Sir, you need to lower that weapon now." The imposter laughed. A sharp breath. Or what? That was the moment I realized something chilling. The man wasn't acting alone. A second silhouette moved behind the hedges near. Mrs. Caldwell's yard, slow, deliberate, watching us. My blood iced. Who was that? Why were there two? Tyler saw it too, his eyes sharpened. Before any of us reacted, the hedges rustled, louder, and a voice whispered, "Just one word from the shadows now." The fake officer snapped his head toward the whisper, like he'd been waiting for that signal. Tyler shifted, ready to strike, but the imposter raised the gun again, aiming at his legs. "You're coming with us," he muttered. A radio on his belt crackled. Target confirmed. "Move the boy! Target! Boy!" My stomach sank. This wasn't HOA business at all. The second silhouette stepped from the hedges, a tall man in a dark hoodie gripping a steel baton. Porch lights around us clicked off as if the whole neighborhood already knew this. Wasn't a normal night. As if someone had warned them to stay hidden. A cold wind swept the street, carrying something metallic in the air, fear thick and sharp. Tyler's stance adjusted by a fraction, barely noticeable unless you knew what to look for. The hooded man lifted the baton, tapping it twice. Against his palm, a signal of readiness. The fake officer tightened his grip on the gun and stepped closer to Tyler. The street felt hunted. Tyler didn't flinch as the baton-wielding man stepped into the streetlight, revealing a jagged scar across his jaw. The fake HOA cop growled, "Hands behind your head." Tyler stayed still, calculating every angle. I swallowed hard, trying to block the rising terror. "Tyler, listen to me," I whispered. He didn't blink. "Dad, they're not here for HOA rules. They're here for kidnapping." Scarface circled him like a predator. A black SUV rolled slowly to the end of the cul-de-sac, its headlights off, crawling like a shadow waiting to swallow someone whole. "Asset secured yet?" A voice called from inside the SUV. Scarface nodded without looking away from Tyler. "Almost." My knees weakened. "Why him? What do you want?" The cop snapped. "Shut up and stay out of this." Tyler's eyes flicked toward the SUV, then back to the fake officer's grip. "You're amateurs," he muttered. That made Scarface stiffen. "What did you say?" Tyler repeated louder. "I said you're amateurs." Scarface swung the baton toward him, but Tyler slid half a step back, perfectly controlled. The cop pressed the gun harder against Tyler's chest. "You're coming with us. Walk!" The SUV door cracked open. A third man with a headset leaned out, scanning the street like he owned it. "Move him now! We're behind schedule." My pulse hammered like it wanted to escape my body. Tyler exhaled slowly, almost peacefully, a sign I recognized too well. He was about to fight. "Don't," I mouthed again. He didn't listen. Scarface grabbed Tyler's arm. Tyler twisted instantly, breaking the hold and sending the man stumbling. The fake cop fired a warning shot into the asphalt, sparks jumping. Do that again and the next one hits flesh. Neighbors gasped behind their curtains. Someone cried softly. Another porch light switched off. The SUV revved impatiently. Grab him, headset man shouted. Scarface lunged again. Tyler dodged, faster than their eyes could track. He swept Scarface's leg, dropping him. The cop cursed and rushed forward. Tyler grabbed his wrist, forcing the gun downward. The shot blasted into the curb. You little, the officer snarled. But Tyler spun, using the cop's momentum, slamming him against the side of the truck. The SUV screeched forward, door still open. Take him, headset man yelled. Scarface rose, blood trickling from his mouth. He pulled a taser from his belt and charged. I tried to run to Tyler, but the fake cop shoved me back, knocking the air from my chest. Tyler fought both men, but the SUV was inches away now, engine growling like a beast ready to pounce. Scarface roared and thrust the taser toward Tyler's neck. The night tightened around us as every second stretched. Each breath turning heavier, each heartbeat louder, as if the whole neighborhood held its breath waiting for the next violent snap. Tyler turned and the taser connected. His body jolted violently as the SUV's doors swung open. Tyler's body convulsed as the taser crackled, his muscles locking tight, his breath strangled in his chest. Scarface held the weapon longer than necessary, grinding his teeth as if enjoying the power. Get him in the SUV, headset man barked. The fake cop grabbed Tyler under the arms, dragging him toward the still open vehicle. I forced myself up and sprinted after them, but the cop slammed me back again, harder this time. My shoulder hit the pavement, pain exploding through my arm. Stay down, old man, he snarled. Tyler fought through the electric shock, his legs buckling but refusing to give out. Dad, don't, he gasped. Scarface shoved him into the SUV. The engine roared as if mocking me. That's when I noticed something glinting on Tyler's wrist, his Navy SEAL tactical band still connected to his phone. He tapped it once. A tiny blue light blinked, barely visible, a distress signal. My heart kicked. They didn't know what that meant, but I did. Backup was coming. The SUV rolled forward, Scarface climbing in after him, headset man grabbing Tyler's collar to hold him down. The fake cop jogged toward the driver's side, yelling, "Move! Move!" I ran again, throwing myself at the door. The SUV lurched and I nearly fell under the tire. The cop stomped on the gas. The vehicle shot down the cul-de-sac. I chased it barefoot, lungs burning, screaming Tyler's name until my voice shredded. The SUV swerved onto the main road, disappearing into the dark. I grabbed my phone and dialed 911. My son kidnapped armed suspects, fake. HOA officers, SUV heading east. My words tangled with panic. The operator tried to calm me, but I wasn't listening. I jumped in my truck, engine roaring as gravel sprayed behind me. I sped after them, headlights slicing through the night. Ahead, faint red taillights flickered. I pushed harder. Then, Tyler's distress beacon pinged on my dashboard screen, synced to his tactical band. A GPS dot pulsed on an empty service road near the county line. "Hold on, son," I whispered. The road curved into an abandoned industrial park, its warehouses looming like silent giants. The SUV sat idling near a loading dock. I killed my headlights and coasted closer. Voices echoed. "Tie his hands," Scarface snarled. "We missed the extraction window," headset man snapped. "We finish it here." "Finish it." My blood froze. I crept behind a concrete pillar, gripping a metal pipe I found on the ground. "Bring him out," the cop ordered. They dragged Tyler from the SUV. He stumbled but stayed on his feet. Eyes sharpening again, strength returning. Scarface raised a knife. No loose ends. A sudden thunder cracked the air, tires screeching, multiple engines. Floodlights exploded across the lot. A dozen unmarked vehicles boxed them in. Armed federal agents stormed out, weapons drawn. "Hands where we can see them," one agent shouted. Scarface spun, panicked. The fake cop grabbed Tyler, pressing the knife to his throat. "Back off or he dies." Agents tightened formation. Tyler's eyes met mine, steady, fearless. He mouthed one word, "Now." He slammed his head backward, breaking the cop's nose, twisted free, and dropped. Agents fired non-lethal rounds. Scarface and headset man collapsed. The fake cop tried to run. Tyler tackled him, pinning him to the ground as agents swarmed. Sirens wailed. Lights flashed. My knees buckled with relief as Tyler stood, breathing hard but alive. He walked toward me, bruised but steady. "I told you," he said with a weak grin. "They were amateurs." I hugged him tighter than I ever had. "Let's go home," he murmured. Subscribe to Behind the Hedges for more HOA stories. But before we could leave, an agent approached, face grim. "Sir, this isn't over." These men weren't working. Alone. He handed me a phone. "Recovered from the SUV, a single message glowed on the screen. Sent just minutes earlier. Phase 1 complete. Proceed to the next target." A cold wave washed over me. Next target? Whose name was coming next?